way to the gym. So I figured this would be the perfect time to do my little weekly update. Anyway, so week 1, so I completed my first full week of prep. Obviously, first week of prep is not usually much of anything. You typically just try to lock in, adjust things. For me, it was trying to make sure I get a bare minimum of 3 liters in of water, curbing all those licks, nibbles, and bites, getting all my cardio in, getting all of my workouts in. So just really tightening up. The current plan wasn't any different than normal, I guess. My coach did lower my carbs. I will say the thing that I did notice was gray areas. And when I say gray areas, I mean literally like your licks, nibbles, and bites when you're taking a tiny little bite of something here and you're like, oh, it's fine, it's not a big deal. Week 1, obviously that's really not that big of a deal, but it's a mindset, it's a precedence you don't want to set early on. So for me, it's one of those things where I'm just like, okay, no, I can't do any of these extra bites. If I'm not including it in my macros, I can't do it. Also, no alcohol whatsoever. Alcohol is good, alcohol's fun, but like it takes away from your gains. But another thing I'm kind of contended with is I don't know if this is like a chicken or egg thing. So I've felt hungry, and I don't know if I'm hungrier because I can't have any like nibbles or bites, or I really am hungry. So I've been kind of trying to figure that out, because your mind can play tricks on you. It can make you feel like and seem like and feel like you're hungry when in fact you're bored or thirsty. Thirsty's definitely not been a problem for me, because I have been consistently getting in my 3 liters of water. I average about anywhere from like 109 to 120, so a gallon of water daily, which for me, someone who hates water, I hate water with a passion, it's pretty good. Fun trick I found, which will later in prep become really important when I start to focus on sodium, is they're called ice drop or water drop or something. They're these little electrolyte water tablet things that I put in a liter of water. They have like, I don't know, 5 to 20 milligrams of sodium, and they just flavor the water just a little bit. They're iced tea flavored, so really, really watered down iced tea, but it flavors the water enough for me to be able to consistently get through it. So the first bottle of water is just usually pure water, and a thing that I've done with that, thanks to my coach, is I try really, really, really hard to get in 1 liter of water before I have my caffeine. And for me, caffeine comes in the form of Celsiuses, because I love lattes. I don't like coffee, so black coffee is not my jam, but I love lattes. What I love about lattes is the cream and sugar. And what's in cream and sugar? Carbs, fat, but it takes away from more nutrient-dense filling foods later on. So I go for my Celsiuses. These babies are 10 calories and only 5 milligrams of sodium, which you keep hearing me talk about sodium. Being on the go, a lot of my foods are packaged. So I was looking at like 4,000 milligrams of sodium in 1 day and feeling like a water balloon, bloated, my face was fat. I was like, why is my face so round? So round, so puffy. It was all the sodium. So I became very obsessed with sodium, going down this whole rabbit hole because of all the sodium I was consuming. But here's the catch. If all of your foods are whole, like whole source, meaning it's single ingredient, you don't really have to worry about the sodium. But because I am on the go and gone, and I'm sorry if you keep hearing that jangling, it's my car notifying me of text messages from a group chat. So of course there's probably gonna be like 20 by the time I get to the gym. Then you don't really have to worry about sodium. I don't add any extra salt to my food. I will add seasonings like during the cooking process, but that's over 4 or 5 pounds of meat. So the sodium per serving is lower. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, there's that. So getting the water in before helps me a little bit better. And then I get to have my energy drink, which usually takes me a couple of hours to consume while at work, because I'm not like chugging it. I've been getting up really early this week because I've had this like 2-week long effort that I've been doing. So I've been getting up earlier, going to the office earlier. So I'm also able to get more water in that way. I've been trying really hard to have my 2nd liter done by noon, by like 1 o'clock. By the time I'm done with my workout, that 3rd liter is done. And then my evening drink just considers of like whatever water I needed for dinner. And then I'll drink my evening Sleepy Girl Mocktail Plus, which I think I mentioned it plenty of times before, but that's just the calm citric magnesium. I put that in with some water. I use a little cranberry flavored seltzer water, and then I put the Fiber Plus from AD Project, I believe they're called, in with it. I honestly swear by that being super key to reducing bloat I've had from who knows where for the last month. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited. The scale has been finally going down. It's great. The first week again hasn't been too bad, but yeah, we'll see. I'm excited for the many weeks ahead. We'll see how it goes. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll check back in next week on some random adventure, probably when I'll be in Miami. So cool. Bye guys. Peace.